5 cult classic horror movies explored. Welcome to MovieCreepers, the ultimate destination for fans of spine-chilling, unforgettable horror films. Here, we dive deep into the eerie atmospheres and groundbreaking storytelling of timeless classics, where we explore the terrifying world of cannibalistic family. We dissect the paranoid, body-snatching horror and unravel the psychological terror. So, let's begin the horror ride. 1. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974 is a classic horror film directed by Tobe Hooper. The story follows a group of friends, Sally, her brother Franklin, Jerry, Kirk, and Pam, who are on a road trip to visit Sally and Franklin's grandfather's grave. They encounter a hitchhiker who turns violent, prompting them to eject him from their van. As they continue their journey, they run out of gas and decide to explore an old homestead nearby, hoping to find help. Instead, they stumble upon a secluded house, home to a family of cannibals, including the iconic character Leatherface, who wears a mask made of human skin. One by one, the friends fall victim to the sadistic family. Leatherface kills Kirk and Pam, while Jerry meets a similar fate when he searches for them. Sally and Franklin attempt to escape, but Franklin is also killed by Leatherface. Sally flees to the house and is captured but manages to escape after a harrowing night. The film concludes with Sally narrowly escaping the family's clutches, hitching a ride on a passing truck. She laughs hysterically, traumatized but alive, while Leatherface angrily swings his chainsaw in the air as the sun rises. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is renowned for its intense atmosphere, disturbing imagery, and groundbreaking approach to horror, leaving a lasting impact on the genre. 2. The Thing, 1982. The Thing, 1982, directed by John Carpenter, is a sci-fi horror film set in the desolate, icy landscape of Antarctica. The story centers on a group of American researchers stationed at an isolated outpost. The plot begins with a Norwegian helicopter chasing a sled dog, attempting to kill it. The helicopter crashes, and the Americans, led by helicopter pilot R.J. McCready, Kurt Russell, take in the dog. They soon learn that the dog is an alien creature capable of assimilating and imitating any living organism it comes into contact with. As the alien starts to infect the team members, paranoia and mistrust spread throughout the group. They realize that anyone among them could be the creature in disguise. The team conducts various tests to identify the alien, including a tense scene where they test blood samples with a heated wire, revealing who is human and who is not. The situation escalates as the creature becomes increasingly aggressive, leading to several gruesome deaths and transformations. McCready and the remaining survivors attempt to destroy the creature by blowing up the entire facility to prevent it from reaching civilization. In the end, after the facility is destroyed, only McCready and another survivor, child Keith David, remain. Suspicious of each other and with no way to prove who is human, they sit together in the cold, sharing a bottle of whiskey, resigned to their fate as the screen fades to black, leaving their ultimate fate ambiguous. The Thing is celebrated for its intense atmosphere, groundbreaking special effects, and themes of isolation and paranoia, solidifying its status as a classic in the horror genre. 3. Psycho, 1960. Psycho, 1960, directed by Alfred Hitchcock, is a seminal horror thriller film that has had a lasting impact on the genre. The story begins with Marion Crane, Janet Leigh, a secretary who embezzles $40,000 from her employer and flees town. While on the run, she ends up at the secluded Bates Motel, managed by the peculiar Norman Bates, Anthony Perkins, a seemingly shy young man who lives with his domineering mother in a nearby house. Marion and Norman share a conversation during dinner, where he reveals his troubled relationship with his mother. That night, while Marion is taking a shower, she is brutally murdered by a shadowy figure. Marion's disappearance prompts a search led by her sister Lila, Vera Miles, and her boyfriend Sam, John Gavin. A private investigator, Arbogast, Martin Balsam, also becomes involved but is soon killed by the same mysterious figure when he investigates the Bates residence. Lila and Sam continue the investigation and discover the truth. Norman's mother, whom they assumed was responsible for the murders, has been dead for years. Norman has been impersonating her, driven by a split personality that takes over whenever he is aroused or feels threatened. They find Mrs. Bates's mummified corpse in the basement, and Norman, dressed as his mother, attacks Lila but is subdued by Sam. The film concludes with Norman, now in custody, fully consumed by his mother's personality. In a chilling monologue, Mother explains her actions, while Norman's eerie smile suggests he has completely lost his identity. Psycho is acclaimed for its masterful direction, iconic scenes, and groundbreaking portrayal of psychological horror, particularly through its exploration of split personality and maternal domination.
Some kind of animal, sir.
4. An American Werewolf in London, 1981. An American Werewolf in London, 1981, directed by John Landis, is a horror comedy that blends humor with genuine scares. The film follows two American college students, David Kessler, David Naughton, and Jack Goodman, Griffin Dunn, who are backpacking through the Yorkshire moors. They stop at a local pub, the Slaughtered Lamb, where they are warned by the locals to stay on the road and beware of the moon. Ignoring this advice, they venture off the road and are attacked by a large, wolf-like creature. Jack is killed, and David is severely injured but survives when the beast is shot by the pub locals, who reveal it was a werewolf. David wakes up in a London hospital 3 weeks later, attended by a nurse named Alex Price, Jenny Agutter. He learns that Jack is dead and starts having disturbing dreams. Jack appears to David as a decaying corpse, informing him that they were attacked by a werewolf and that David is now cursed to become one at the next full moon. Jack urges David to kill himself to break the curse and save others from the same fate. David, dismissing Jack's warning, begins a romantic relationship with Alex and moves in with her. However, as the full moon approaches, David transforms into a werewolf and goes on a violent rampage through London, killing several people. The next day, David wakes up naked in a wolf enclosure at the zoo with no memory of his action. Horrified, he tries to get himself arrested to prevent another transformation, but no one believes his story. Jack appears again, accompanied by the victims of David's rampage, all urging him to end his life. On the next full moon, David transforms again and goes on another killing spree, culminating in a chaotic scene in Piccadilly Circus. The police, realizing the danger, corner David in an alley. Alex arrives and tries to calm him, appealing to the human side she believes still exists. However, David, fully transformed, lunges at her and is shot dead by the police. The film ends with Alex crying over David's lifeless human body, blending tragedy with the horror of the curse he could not escape. An American Werewolf in London is celebrated for its groundbreaking special effects, especially the werewolf transformation scene, its balance of horror and comedy, and its unique take on the werewolf myth. 5. Alien, 1979. Alien, 1979, directed by Ridley Scott, is a seminal sci-fi horror film that has become a classic of the genre. The story begins with the commercial spaceship Nostromo returning to Earth with its crew of 7 in stasis. The ship's computer, Mother, awakens them early after detecting a mysterious transmission from a nearby moon. The crew, under orders to investigate, lands on the moon, causing damage to the ship. While repairs are underway, Captain Dallas, Tom Skerritt, Executive Officer Kane, John Hurt, and Navigator Lambert, Veronica Cartwright, explore the source of the transmission. They discover a derelict alien spacecraft and, inside it, find a large chamber filled with strange eggs. When Kane examines one of the eggs, a creature bursts out and attaches itself to his face. The crew brings the unconscious Kane back to the Nostromo, where attempts to remove the creature fail due to its highly acidic blood. Eventually, the creature detaches itself and dies. Kane appears to recover, but during a meal with the crew, he convulses violently as a small, deadly alien creature bursts from his chest and escapes into the ship. The crew begins to search for the creature, which grows rapidly into a terrifying and lethal predator. One by one, the crew members are hunted and killed by the alien. Dallas attempts to trap the creature in the air duct, but is ambushed and disappears. The remaining crew members, led by Warrant Officer Ripley, Sigourney Weaver, discover that the company they work for, Weyland-Yutani, had a secret directive to bring the alien back to Earth, with the crew being expendable. This revelation comes after Ash, Ian Holm, the ship's science officer, is revealed to be an android following these orders. Ripley, Lambert, and the ship's engineer, Parker, Yaphet Kotto, decide to destroy the Nostromo and escape in the shuttle. However, the alien kills Parker and Lambert, leaving Ripley as the sole survivor. She initiates the self-destruct sequence and heads for the shuttle with the ship's cat, Jonesy. As Ripley prepares to leave, she discovers the alien has boarded the shuttle. In a tense final confrontation, Ripley dons a spacesuit and uses the shuttle's airlock to eject the creature into space. The film ends with Ripley, exhausted but alive, placing herself and Jonesy into stasis for the return trip to Earth. Alien is renowned for its atmospheric tension, innovative design, notably H.R. Geiger's alien creature, and strong central performance by Sigourney Weaver, establishing it as a landmark in both science fiction and horror cinema. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a comment below and tell us which movie gave you the most chills. Share this video with your fellow horror enthusiasts and follow us for exclusive updates and behind-the-scenes content. Until next time, stay spooky and keep the lights on. See you in the next video.